Hey everybody, Matty here with Altcoin Buzz. Happy Thursday. Hope you're having a great one so far. So unfortunately, the markets aren't doing all that well at the moment. We'll take a look at a few reasons as to why Bitcoin's price may have slid below that 9K just barely. It's back up now a little bit, but things still not looking all that great. So we'll take a look at that, including how some are saying that there's a forecast for depressed Bitcoin sentiment due to a futures expiry that is happening this Friday. We'll take a look at that. We'll examine Cardano and the possible listing of ADA on Coinbase. Cardano is also announcing Shelley Edition virtual summit, so a lot happening there in the news for all the ADA fans out there in the altcoin buzz army. Now, you may have heard of this. We're not going to dwell on Wirecard, but its collapse is now really the talk of the town. In Europe, this is causing quite a stir, and justifiably so. So they now owe $4 billion to creditors. Wirecard X CEO Markus Braun nabbed in Munich. You've likely heard about this if you followed the news, just business news or tech news in general. We have a direct response here from Kris Marcellik of Crypto.com, who addresses the question directly of whether or not Wirecard's insolvency affects Crypto.com. And then finally, we also have updates from Ren Protocol and Loopring. All that and more, guys. Let's first take a look at that market. Again, not doing all that well, but up a little bit, not quite below 9K as one of those headlines alluded, but we are down 2.4% again today. Total market cap, $267.4 billion. As you can see, projects down a percentage point or two. Bitcoin was down a little bit further, currently down 1.2% on the day, overall at $9,263. According to Cointelegraph.com, there are 4 reasons why Bitcoin's price suddenly did slip below 9K, liquidating $55 million. It was brief, but it happened. We're now bouncing back, as you can see there. Although we're down on the day overall, there was a pretty quick drop and reversal, I guess, in effect. So number one, it was a bad day for stocks as well as Bitcoin. Stocks futures opened slightly higher on Wednesday evening after a sharper sell-off during the regular market session, with the Dow dropping 2.72%, the worst day in about 2 weeks. So that's reason number one. Analyst Philb had the following to say last Friday, quote, shorter-term price action remains largely at the mercy of the wider economy, particularly while Bitcoin consolidates on low volume. Reason number two, miners are selling Bitcoin. So various data points from Glassnode, CryptoQuant, and ByteTree indicate miners are actually selling Bitcoin en masse, according to research from Glassnode. The largest inflow of Bitcoin to exchanges was observed on the 24th of June. Glassnode said the following, quote, yesterday we observed the largest flow of Bitcoin from miners to exchanges in over a year. This was primarily due to large miner transfers to Bitfinex, totaling over 2,600 Bitcoin. Many analysts are also saying reason number 3 here, that a price move was expected either way due to tightening range and low volatility, whether to the upside or the downside. The chart would indicate that something was kind of due in effect. And finally, reason number 4, repeated rejection of $10,000, but traders remain optimistic. Crypto trader Satoshi Flipper had the following to say, quote, there's an excellent chance that we can dip into the 8Ks, even 7Ks on our way to test 14,000. That path doesn't make me any less bullish than if we went straight up from here. I still think we'll test 14K before the end of the year. It really all depends on stocks. And speaking of stocks, this ties in pretty well. Young and Investing has the following observation that $1 billion worth of Bitcoin options expire on Friday. So that's coming up quickly tomorrow, the 26th of June. That's expounded upon here, fxstreet.com. Bitcoin Sentiment forecasts the $1 billion Bitcoin futures expiry scenario on Friday. This is at least, I would say, partially responsible for what we've been seeing lately in the price. So the Bitcoin spot price expected to react to the expiring futures contracts on Friday. Bitcoin futures contracts with a value of around $1 billion set to stop trading on Friday, and options traders tend to pin the spot price in their favor in order to manage the risk of losses. In ADA news here on altcoinbuzz.io, Cardano announces Shelley Edition virtual summit, with this article here by Deepika. So the global summit is going to feature Vint Cerf, the father of the internet, the so-called father, the influential blockchain titans, and senior decision makers in the space. Also at the summit, Cardano is going to reveal Shelley's developing functionality and future use cases. So to celebrate the launch of Cardano's fully decentralized Shelley era, the partner companies IOHK, Cardano Foundation, and Emergo have announced the Cardano Virtual Summit Shelley Edition. It's a 2-day global virtual summit. It's going to be held on the 2nd and 3rd of July of this year, 2020, and this will take place exactly a day after the Shelley code releases, and that's happening on the 30th of June. So IOHK announced the Cardano Shelley rollout dates on the 29th of May, and since then, Cardano's native coin ADA has experienced a, get this, 49.4% price pump. This is because with the onset of Shelley, Cardano is going to achieve a major milestone. Precisely speaking, it will become a truly decentralized ecosystem. And this is looking to be a pretty impressive summit. As I mentioned, some of the spotlight speakers include Vint Cerf. As one of the legendary so-called fathers of the internet, Vint will take part in a fireside discussion, and this discussion will revolve around the, quote, he'd do differently if he had time to design the internet again. The summit is yet to announce the other esteemed speakers, but we believe it will be bringing titans of blockchain to the space on stage, again, the 2nd to 3rd of July. And according to press release shared with Altcoin Buzz, these experts will talk about some of the key issues, including regulation, interoperability, and future cryptocurrencies. If you're not familiar with Emergo, they're the investment arm working to boost the Cardano ecosystem, and they're going to conduct discussions around the future of Cardano, and furthermore, it will discuss the blockchain applications for enterprises and for government. So be sure to check that out, guys. That's coming up very quickly in about a week or so, the 2nd and 3rd of July of 2020. Make sure it's on your calendar. Also, guys, check out this article also on altcoinbuzz.io. Cardano Coinbase listing, why ADA might soon be listed. This article here by Luke. So we've talked about this in the past. It was shortlisted as one of the possibilities, one of the considerations for Coinbase. You know my opinion by now. I don't think a Coinbase listing has quite the weight, quite the gravitas behind it that it once used to. Nonetheless, this would be good for Cardano. It's kind of like a perfect storm of different, I guess, elements, different pieces of good news. On the one hand, you have the Shelley developments. On the other hand, I think the Coinbase effect or the Coinbase pump could also help things along at this time very favorably. So for all the ADA fans out there in the Altcoin Buzz army, and we know there are many of you, I guess you're likely keeping your fingers crossed, but for more information, for our sense or Luke's sense specifically of whether or not this will happen, check out this article. We'll link to it in the description below. Here on Reuters, guys, in other news and some unfortunate news, we're talking about Wirecard, which has collapsed and which now owes its creditors $4 billion. So if you haven't heard about this, just very briefly, this is out of Germany. So German payment company Wirecard collapsed on Thursday after disclosing a massive financial hole in its books, leaving creditors owed nearly $4 billion, facing an almost complete wipeout. Check out this article for the whole backstory on Wirecard. It's been making a lot of news to those following this particular space. You can also check out this angle on CoinGeek.com. Wirecard ex-CEO Markus Braun nabbed in Munich. And so the question arises, or at least perhaps for some it has, does Wirecard's insolvency affect Crypto.com? Well, we have a direct response here from Chris Marcelek, who is, of course, the CEO of Crypto.com. He replied with the following tweet from today. Wirecard AG filed for insolvency in Germany today. To all our card customers, your fiat funds are safe and guaranteed by Crypto.com. In case any of the services provided by Wirecard are disrupted, you will receive a fast 100% credit back to your crypto wallet. And in a follow-up to that message, he had the following to say: it is not clear at this stage which of the subsidiaries are going to be affected and if any of the services will be interrupted at all. We will keep everyone up to date as this develops, but I want to make it clear for all of our SG and EU card customers that their funds are safe. And to close things off here, guys, we have some updates from Ren Protocol and Loopring LRC. At Ren Protocol here, tweeting the following from yesterday: 1 month hashtag RenVM stats, Bitcoin, ZEC, BCH on Ethereum, decentralized finance. Here are some of the mainnet statistics, with over $17 million in volume and over $7 million in total value locked. Not too shabby, pretty impressive indeed. And here you have Loopring on Twitter with the following: Loopring.io now has the Ren Protocol Ren Bridge directly in the UI, in the user interface. Users can come with their Bitcoin, mint Ren BTC, and be on their merry ZK rollup way. Deposits for Ren BTC are open, can be used on Loopring Pay, and In about a week, trading pair versus USDT will be set up. Well, that about wraps it up for today's news, everybody. Do be sure you're following us on all the regular social media channels and keep checking back into altcoinbuzz.io for all the latest. Go ahead, like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell, of course, to receive notifications if you've enjoyed today's video. Best of luck, guys, if you choose to invest on this Thursday. Have a great one, everybody, and as always, we do hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.